Your morning routine wasn't designed in the modern world. The bristles on your toothbrush, the matches you might have lit, the money you used for your morning coffee, even how your umbrella collapses. These designs are over 1,000 years old. They come from ancient China, and they were so perfect, we never replaced them. Stay until the end. Number 1 will completely change how you see something you use today. For centuries, historians missed the true origins of everyday tools. But recent discoveries changed everything. This video uses archaeological finds from Han and Song, China, plus modern engineering analysis. We're talking about verified breakthroughs that changed human civilization. Today, we're counting down 7 inventions that prove ancient China was engineering the future we're still living in. Number 7 will change how you see your kitchen forever. Sitting in kitchens worldwide right now is technology so advanced that modern manufacturers can't copy it perfectly. They still struggle to replicate the thinness, heat response, and balance that traditional Chinese metalworkers achieved by hand. Something that looks simple, but represents one of humanity's greatest achievements. Cooking was life or death in ancient China. Fuel was scarce and expensive. Families had to prepare entire meals over tiny fires, minimal wood or charcoal. Waste any fuel, your family went hungry. Take too long to cook, you'd run out of fuel before the food was ready. Most cooking methods fought against physics. Heavy pots took forever to heat up. They stayed hot long after you removed them from fire. This wasted precious fuel. Thin pots heated quickly, but burned food and cracked under stress. In Canton, during the Ming Dynasty, fuel shortages became so severe that families faced an impossible choice: heat their homes or cook their food. Something had to change, or people would starve. To solve this issue, Chinese metalworkers developed thin wall casting techniques. These created woks are so thin they heated in seconds and cooled instantly, causing less fuel usage per meal. The wok combined 3 revolutionary engineering principles. First, thin wall casting that required metallurgical knowledge we're still studying today. Second, a parabolic shape that created multiple temperature zones in one vessel. Third, a fuel-efficient design that maximized heat transfer while minimizing energy waste. The thin walls conducted heat instantly and uniformly. No hot spots, no cold zones, just perfect heat distribution. The parabolic shape created natural convection currents. These moved food and heat efficiently. The wide top allowed moisture to escape quickly. This prevented steaming when you wanted searing. But here's the most impressive part. The thermal mass was so low that the wok responded instantly to heat changes. Add fuel, immediate temperature increase. Remove from fire, immediate cooling. This gave cooks unprecedented control over cooking temperature. Here's what will blow your mind. We have computer-controlled foundries and advanced science. But we still can't cast cookware as thin as ancient Chinese woks without sacrificing strength. Think about the precision required here. These metallurgists had to control foundry temperatures within degrees. This achieved the perfect wall thickness. Too thick? The wok wouldn't heat efficiently. Too thin? It would crack under thermal stress. They achieved this precision without thermometers, without computer controls, without modern measuring instruments, just pure knowledge, skill, and understanding of materials science. But thermal engineering was just the beginning. Get ready for number 6. You're about to discover how ancient China created instant fire. Fire was literally life or death for ancient people. For thousands of years, starting fire was a nightmare. You needed flint, steel, dry tinder, skill, and perfect conditions. Even then, it might take 20 minutes just to get a tiny flame. The Northern Zhou and Northern Qi dynasties were locked in a deadly siege. Food was running out, fuel was scarce. The court women were desperate for a way to start fires quickly and reliably. They experimented with sulfur, a yellow chemical that burns easily. They discovered something incredible. If you coat the tip of a wooden stick with sulfur, it ignites instantly when touched to any flame. burns hot enough to light the wooden stick underneath. They created the world's first instant ignition system. The sulfur coating was precisely applied. The wood was carefully selected. Pine wood worked best because of its resin content. The thickness of the sulfur layer was critical. Too thin, and it wouldn't ignite. Too thick, and it would flare dangerously. This was incredible chemical engineering in ancient times. By 1270 CE, these matches were being mass-produced, sold in markets throughout Hangzhou. Here's the mind-blowing part. For over 1,000 years, Europeans struggled with flint and steel. The Chinese had instant fire. The modern friction match wasn't invented until 1830. That's 1,253 years after the Chinese chemical match. The real secret lies in how they engineered solutions we still face today. Get ready for number 5. Number 5 will show you how ancient China turned farming into science. Farming was humanity's biggest bottleneck. Ancient ploughing was brutal, back-breaking work. Roman farmers needed teams of oxen and multiple passes across fields. Hours of exhausting labour just to prepare soil. Bad ploughing meant famine. Famine meant death. Chinese engineers solved this with pure physics. They created the cast iron moldboard plough, a curved blade that used physics to make soil turn itself. The moldboard was precisely curved. The angle had to be perfect to create the right flow pattern. Too steep and soil would stick. Too shallow and it wouldn't turn properly. And they made it from cast iron. This enables mass production. Cast iron meant they could make thousands of identical ploughs with exactly the same curve. Standardized perfection. And how did this technology work? Pure fluid dynamics. Soil behaves like a thick liquid when it's being ploughed. The curved moldboard created a flow pattern that lifted soil up, turned it over, deposited it in exactly the right place. One pass. Perfect furrows. Soil turned and aerated for optimal planting. When this technology finally reached Europe over 1,000 years later, it triggered an agricultural revolution. Farmers could cultivate more land with less effort. Food production exploded. Populations grew. Cities expanded. The same work that took them all day with teams of oxen could be done in half the time with half the animals. Modern ploughs still use the exact same curve principle. We've added engines, but the core physics unchanged for over 2,000 years. But here's what's truly incredible. They didn't just solve farming, they revolutionized commerce itself. Get ready for number 4. Picture this nightmare. You're a merchant in ancient China. You want to buy a shipment of silk worth 1,000 coins. But here's the problem. Those coins are made of iron, heavy iron. 1,000 coins weighs 25 kilograms. That's 55 pounds. Just to carry your money, you need a pack animal. Want to buy something worth 10,000 coins? You need a cart? 100,000 coins? You need a wagon train. Trade was literally limited by how much metal you could physically carry. Rich merchants were getting hernias just from counting their money. Commerce was being strangled by the weight of currency itself. During the Song dynasty, Sichuan merchants were drowning in iron coins. A simple business transaction required carrying more metal than most people could lift. So they did something radical. They started issuing promissory notes to each other. I owe you 1,000 coins. These notes were lighter, easier to transport, and could represent any amount of value. But here's where it gets brilliant. In 1023 CE, the Song government realized what was happening. Instead of shutting it down, they took it over. They standardized the notes, added security features, created official denominations, and most importantly, they backed it with government authority. Within one generation, paper money had completely displaced iron coins in the region. The world's first cashless society was born in ancient China. Why was this so revolutionary? Because it solved 3 massive problems simultaneously. First, the weight problem. Paper could represent unlimited value while weighing almost nothing. A merchant could carry 1 million coins worth of value in his pocket. Second, the scalability problem. You can only mine so much metal, but you can print as much paper as you need. Commerce was no longer limited by the physical supply of metal. Third, the trust problem. Government backing meant people trusted the paper because they trusted the authority behind it. They had sophisticated security features, official seals, standardized designs, serial numbers, anti-counterfeiting measures. The Song government created the world's first central banking system. They controlled the money supply, they managed inflation, they regulated exchange rates, they even figured out the dangers. By 1192 CE, the Song government had overprinted notes and created the world's first documented inflation crisis. They learned about monetary policy the hard way. Everyone thinks paper money is obvious. Of course, paper can represent value, but it's not obvious at all. It's one of the most abstract concepts in human history. Think about it. Convincing an entire civilization that a piece of paper is worth the same as a pile of metal. That requires a level of social trust and governmental authority that most ancient civilizations never achieved. That single idea powers every dollar bill, credit card, and digital payment you use today. Ancient Chinese didn't just change how people traded, they changed how much a single human could physically move. Get ready for number 3. This is how ancient Chinese engineers learned to cheat gravity. Moving heavy loads was life or death in the ancient world. No machines, just human muscle. Your spine was your lifting equipment. When your body gave out, you were done. Chinese engineers created the center-mounted wheelbarrow, a wheelbarrow that used center of gravity physics to make heavy loads feel weightless. Here's the incredible story behind this invention. The legendary strategist Zhuge Liang needed to transport supplies across difficult terrain during military campaigns. His soldiers were exhausted from carrying heavy loads. His supply lines were breaking down, so he invented what he called the wooden ox. Historical records describe versions capable of carrying several people plus gear. Thanks to the central wheel bearing much of the weight, the center-mounted wheel acted as a fulcrum, distributing weight according to the laws of physics. Load the cargo directly over the wheel. The operator only needs to provide steering and stability. The wheel supports the weight. The operator provides the direction. When Europeans developed wheelbarrows in the 1600s, over 1,000 years later, they put the wheel in front, forcing operators to lift and pull the entire load. Everyone had wheels by ancient times. The Chinese understood center of gravity physics and put the wheel in the middle. That single decision meant a farmer could move 6 times the cargo with half the effort. European designs prioritized control over efficiency, while Chinese designs optimized pure load physics. But that's not all. They even conquered weather itself. Get ready for number 2. Number 2 will show you how ancient China made the impossible portable. Weather was humanity's greatest enemy. For thousands of years, weather protection meant find shelter and wait it out. Ancient civilizations had parasols, but they were massive, fixed objects held by servants for royalty. Imagine trying to carry a beach umbrella everywhere you went. Weather protection was a luxury only the wealthy could afford, and even then, only when they planned for it. By the early imperial period, during the reign of Emperor Wang Mang, Chinese craftsmen solved a problem no other civilization had: personal weather protection you could carry with you. They built umbrellas with sliding joints and locking mechanisms that collapsed into a compact form and opened instantly when it rained. The collapsible mechanism required precision engineering. Brass joints had to be strong enough to support the umbrella, but flexible enough to fold. The locking mechanisms had to be reliable, but easy to operate. The waterproofing was equally sophisticated. Lacquered paper created a waterproof surface while remaining flexible. The parabolic shape was optimized to shed water quickly and efficiently. While other civilizations used parasols tied to status and servants, China created something fundamentally different: weather protection that moved with the individual. That single shift changed how people traveled, worked, and lived in the rain for the next 2,000 years. Get ready. Number 1 will completely change how you think about something you used this morning. For most of human history, bad teeth weren't just uncomfortable, they were deadly. Infection spread. People lost the ability to eat, and there was no real solution. Egyptians chewed frayed twigs. Romans rubbed their teeth with cloth. None of these methods actually worked. They were better than nothing. But they couldn't effectively remove plaque, couldn't reach between teeth, couldn't provide the systematic cleaning that prevents dental disease. People were dying from tooth infections that could have been prevented with proper oral hygiene. Then, during the Tang dynasty, Chinese craftsmen solved the problem properly. They created the first true bristle toothbrush, not a stick, not a cloth, but an engineered cleaning tool. They drilled rows of tiny holes into bamboo handles and anchored stiff hog bristles in precise patterns. Each bristle applied controlled pressure, reaching between teeth instead of scraping across them. The bristle placement was calculated for optimal cleaning angles. The bristle density was engineered for effective plaque removal. The handle design was optimized for grip and control. The British Dental Association officially recognises this as the first engineered toothbrush distinct from earlier tooth cleaning methods. This is verified, documented precision engineering. And here's the part that should stop you cold. That design worked so well that it never needed to be replaced. Your toothbrush today, plastic handle, soft grip, electric motor or not, still uses the exact same core idea: rows of individually positioned bristles doing systematic cleaning. The ancient Chinese solved oral hygiene so effectively that 1,500 years later, we're still using their solution. 7 everyday objects, 7 ancient engineering solutions, 0 coincidence. 7 examples of how ancient China had systematic thinking that we're still using today. Your morning routine runs on Tang Dynasty engineering. Your cooking uses Ming Dynasty physics. Your money system runs on Song Dynasty economics. You're living in a world built on ancient Chinese foundations. Which one impressed you most? The thermal engineering of the wok? The physics perfection of the wheelbarrow? Or the fact that your morning routine is powered by 1,500-year-old innovation? Let me know in the comments which invention blew your mind. And if you want to discover more hidden engineering secrets from ancient civilizations, hit that subscribe button. Because once you start seeing the world this way, you'll never look at everyday objects the same again. You're surrounded by genius. You just never knew where to look for it.